Yeah, I can already read the comments now.
Brother, this guy BXG absolutely is Islamophobic, brother. We sick of him, brother.
Yeah, I think he's Islamophobic too. I'm not even Muslim. I'm just some nerdy American. But I definitely think you're Islamophobic because you don't like boring fights.
Brother, I think BXG must be stopped, brother.
Interesting. Anyways, Marab owns Umar Nurmagomedov, little bro. Georgian wrestling better than Dagestani wrestling. Ha ha ha.
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
Today, I have decided to finally do a video on these Dagestani MMA fans. Now, if you are a Dagestani MMA fan and you are a normal guy, this video is not for you. If you are a fan, like myself, of Khamzat Chimaev and Islam Makhachev, and you don't run around harassing people, this video is not for you. But if you are one of these Dagestani MMA fans that abuse people in their comments, verbally abuse people in their comments, just like you abuse your goat wives, and you call people Islamophobic because we don't appreciate every single performance. Oh my god, that Khamzat Chimaev performance was a little bit boring. Brother, you Islamophobic, brother. You just do not like Muslim people. No, I just don't like boring fights. Now, if that means that a lot of Muslim fighters have boring fights, that's not my fucking problem. It doesn't mean I'm a fucking Islamophobic. I'm pretty fond of Muslim people. And that's not even me trying to pull like I have black friends card. I mean, I've been friends with Muslim people in the past, but nonetheless, I was friends with them and then they saw my videos on Dagestani fighters. No, but look, I don't think anybody who criticizes or everybody who criticizes these Dagestani fighters or that Dagestani style is Islamophobic or all these things, all these insults. I mean, I've had people call me a freaking... I can't even say the word on YouTube, but it rhymes with wiener and it starts with a B. Yeah, the thing that they call Hispanic people when they try to bring them down. So it's ironic that they will call me Islamophobic and then call me a racist term for Hispanics. I mean, I've even had comments from Dagestanis telling me to go back to the fields. I'm not even Mexican. That's pretty insane in my opinion. So let's just get right into it. But wait a minute, what is this? Yeah, so I wanted to include this guy, MMA Joey. He is a fellow MMA YouTuber, and he is the biggest clown on the planet. I'm not going to dedicate an entire video to him because he's not worth it, and the views wouldn't be worth it, of course, because he's a nobody. Now, oh, but he's bigger than you. Yeah, we get it. He's 300 pounds. Oh, but he gets more views than you. Yeah, cool. He sucks the cock of Muslim fighters, and that gets him his views. I don't really give a fuck. I like the views I get because I'm an honest guy. I don't grift. He grifts Muslim fighters. So you're going to see in these tweets, I mean, Khamzat dominating the fight. These are normal, right? He's live tweeting, the fight. But we're going to scroll up from when the fight started up until recently. So, holy fuck, arguably 4 rounds, 10-8 for Khamzat Chimaev. Cool. I mean, that is what it is. Mark Goddard needs to be investigated. He tried to bail DDP out at the end. Easy win. Mark Goddard needs to be investigated. I mean, look, some people may have disagreed with Mark Goddard stepping them up or standing them up, but to say he needs to be investigated just because he didn't allow Khamzat Chimaev to stink it up for the entire 25 minutes. Then he says Khamzat ran through DDP. Khamzat clearly paced himself for a potential long 5-round fight, and now all the Muslim haters are going to call him boring because DDP sat in doggy style. So, this is what I'm saying. This guy is not Muslim, by the way. I think that's absolutely hilarious. So, if I don't like Khamzat Chimaev's style, I'm a Muslim hater. That's what you're saying. That's what this guy, MMA Joey, is saying. If you don't like Muslim fighters, or if you don't like the Muslim style of fighting, or if just simply put, if you don't like the performance Khamzat Chimaev had, or if you don't like maybe some of Makhachev's performances or Umar's performances, you're a Muslim hater. You're Islamophobic. Mind you, this guy's a fat white American who probably hasn't seen his cock in about 30 years. I don't know how old he is. But nonetheless, right, he's not Muslim, which he doesn't have to be, right? Of course, you can support the people of whatever, but I'm just saying it's ridiculous to me that he's doing this much dick riding for... but if you didn't like Khamzat's fight, if you said the fight was boring, you're a Muslim hater. The fight was fucking boring. So what are you going to call me now? I'm sorry, it was boring. Honestly, I'll say that about that. If Ilya Topuria had a boring fight, I'll say the same thing. If JDM had a boring fight, I'll say the same thing. If Volk had a boring fight, I'll say the same thing. Until those guys have boring fights, I'm sorry. But that Khamzat Chimaev performance, that fight was boring. Was it dominant? Was it impressive? Yes. Was it boring? Also, yes. How many times do I have to say this? So, I mean, he's just running this silly narrative, right? Then, you know, of course, he has way more tweets. He says here at the bottom, Drickus just has to survive the first round and he'll finish him late. Where are you guys at now? So, I mean, oh, wow. So people got a prediction wrong. Mind you, MMA Joey's the same guy that said Bilal would beat JDM.
I'm not picking Bilal Muhammad via decision anymore. I'm just not. I'm picking Bilal Muhammad via 4th round TKO over Jack Della Maddalena. I'm picking him to get the finish.
So this guy, he clearly, you know, well, first of all, he clearly has a bias towards Muslim fighters. But it's funny that he'll do this, and other MMA YouTubers or other MMA fans will do this, where if they get a pick right, they're the geniuses of the platform. You know, they can say no wrong. They can do no wrong. You know, kiss their feet, blah, 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 right? If they get a prediction wrong, it's, oh, the sport's a fluke. It's this, it's that. You're not a genius because you said Khamzat was going to win, brother. It was a 50-50 fight. There was a 50% chance Khamzat could have won. You were 50% of the people that said he'd win. Cool. Let's read more tweets. And by the way, like, I understand this guy is most likely just engagement baiting. I understand it. But he does have a lot of arguments that, you know, a lot of other fans have, first of all. And second of all, I hope he's not simply engagement baiting, because this would be way, way worse. I feel like if he was just doing this for engagement, that's more sad. That's sadder in my opinion, because I don't think sadder is a word. That's more sad, I think, is, but that sounds weird too. Anyways, it's pretty pathetic, because if you're really that thirsty for views and money and engagement and likes on your Twitter, you're going to just compromise everything you really feel about the sport. But maybe he really feels this way. Maybe he really likes the taste of Khamzat's ugly, deformed cock. So then he says, Khamzat Chimaev steamrolls someone in the first round. He has no cardio. Khamzat Chimaev dominates the champ for 5 rounds, and 4 of them arguably at 10-8. Khamzat is boring. Yes, the fight was boring. The fight was boring. The fight was boring. How hard is that to understand? This is what I'm kind of like, is he just doing this for... Then he says up here, I can't wait for Islamophobic UFC fans to now cry about Khamzat being boring. The fight sucked. It was boring. I'm not Islamophobic if I think the fight was boring. What? It's hilarious at this point. You're not even Muslim. You're, again, MMA Joey, you're a white American. You're not Muslim. You're not from Pakistan or fucking Dagestan or fucking Kazakhstan or fucking Saudi Arabia or Abu Dhabi. You have no Muslim blood in your body. You have nothing. You're not a fucking Muslim. You're not brother, right? So for you to just scream, oh, if you don't like this performance, if you don't like this fighter, you're Islamophobic. It's like, to accuse people of being something that a lot of us are obviously not, we might as well fucking be that. I'm sorry. As crazy as that sounds. It's like, if you're going to call somebody a sellout and they're not a sellout, they might as well fucking sell out, because you're going to call me that anyways. So what I'm trying to say is, I might as well be Islamophobic. I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding. I'm joking. I mean, look at this. He says, I'm not going to lie. Duplessis' performance tonight was completely pathetic. Beating a beta male soy boy. Again, I want to remind you guys, MMA Joe is a balding, fat, white American. And he's using the term soy boy unironically. Beating a beta male soy boy like Strickland twice really had him believing his own hype. No, he didn't beat Adesanya or Whitaker either. He only beat Strickland. I mean, this guy's just, this is hilarious. If you cry about the UFC 319 main event being boring, then blame Duplessis. All he did the entire fight was give up his butt and pray he could survive. Like, it's just like, at this point, right? This guy just has to be like retarded, or he has Down syndrome, or whatever the case may be. Or how about this amazing tweet where he says, imagine if DDP did that to Khamzat Chimaev. Hey, dumbass. Dricus du Plessis has never had a fight that boring in his entire career. I don't care if it's against Derek Brunson, or Darren Till, or Adesanya, or Strickland, or fucking Robert Whitaker. He's never had a boring performance up until the time he fights a Dagestani fighter. But Khamzat's not Dagestani, but he falls under that category, duh. He says the Caucasus Muslim haters would glaze him for the rest of their lives. So we're Muslim haters if we don't like a certain style of fights, or if we just simply don't like a fight. Hamza arguably just 1080 DDP, a champion who hadn't lost in UFC. I wonder if MMA Joe is like a transgender. Like, I wonder if he's transgender, maybe. Maybe he's gay. Like, he could be gay, to be honest. I wonder if maybe he's dating a Muslim man. And so I feel like maybe this is sort of his way of like secretly telling us he's gay for Muslims without sort of fully coming out of the closet, because maybe his parents are like, I mean, his parents are already embarrassed of him because he's a fat, balding, loser on the internet who glazes a religion, a race of fighters that he's not even a part of. So, like, imagine if I sat here and I just glaze like fucking white European fighters, and I'm over. You know how silly that would be, right? So I don't know. How about we react to this tweet where he says, "Honestly, Mighty Mouse needs to be deleted from the sport. This is the most pathetic clip I've seen in my entire life." Saying that one of the greatest fighters of all time should be deleted from the sport because he says something you don't agree with is borderline just weird. I mean, not what am I borderline? It's objectively weird, and like does MMA, can somebody check his computer? Like, honestly, now I'm like, the more I read these tweets, I mean, you're seeing how many tweets we're going through here. What's in this guy's computer? Honestly, I don't know. Like, we'll react to what Mighty said, but
oh man, I think well-rounded. I think DDP's a better, God, not a better fighter, but I think DDP. It's hard to say, man. I think jiu-jitsu ability. I don't fucking know, man. He's got out wrestled, But great fight from Hamzat. He was able to just out wrestle him, man.
mind you, that was what MMA Joey decided to say, that Mighty Mouse should be deleted from the sport. That little clip. Imagine being so biased you try to convince yourself DDP is a better fighter after watching Hamzat dominate for 5 rounds. He didn't say it, though. I know what he was trying to get at. He was going to say that DDP is a more well-rounded fighter, which I wouldn't say that. I think DDP is objectively and pretty obviously a much better striker than Hamzat, just like Hamzat is a much better grappler than DDP. But at the same time, DDP had the only real submission attempt in the fight. So I understand what Mighty was trying to say. Now, do I think he's more well-rounded than Hamzat? I'm not sure about that. I think they're pretty... Again, I think DDP's a way better striker. I think Hamzat's a way better grappler. Those are two halves of the sport. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Maybe DDP has better striking defense than Hamzat, or if you really want to go into the weeds of it. But I don't know. I think MMA Joey is saying that one of the legends of the sport should be deleted, or should be deleted from the sport, is just objectively clown behavior. I don't care if you're a fan of this guy. This is disgusting. Ooh, what about this tweet? I mean, he says, "Imagine glazing Topuria by KOing a washed-up Charles Oliveira on a one-fight win streak while downplaying Hamzat mauling DDP." So this guy's one of these guys that just doesn't want the sport to have fun fighters. He just wants boringness. I think I'm done reading his tweets at this point. I mean, even above this, imagine what they would be saying if DDP... Yeah, it's just the same shit. MMA Joey... Look, you may have more subs than me. You may have more views than me at the time of me recording this, of course. You may have all of that. Good for you. But at the end of the day, you're a fat loser clown who doesn't know how to be objective about the sport. You let your... whatever it is, whether he just wants the engagement or the likes or the all the Muslims and his fighters, like, "Brother, I appreciate you for being unbiased, brother." And if that makes you feel good that you have a bunch of... It is what it is. Shout out to you, but... You're an absolute fucking loser, and you're probably a nonce as well. Probably, I said, so you can't sue me for saying that, but you're probably a weirdo. You're definitely a weirdo. I mean, like, imagine hating Ilia Topuria and hating his performance against Charles, and then sucking the cock of the Hamzat Chimaev. Wild. Just wild, but hey, man, it is what it is. How about these amazing comments from this guy who says, "Ah ha 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 ha. Clown made videos on videos claiming his daddy would win and then started a live saying you will retire if DDP loses. You cap and cope so much, buddy. It is unbelievable." So, of course, I did a live stream reacting to DDP Hamzat where I did title the video or the stream something like, if DDP loses, I will retire. Oh my God, obviously I'm not retired because it's a fucking title. He then says, Allahu Akbar. Oh, duck your heads. He's going to blow us up. He says, Allahu Akbar, you dogs will stay mad and salty. Too bad. Then he says, DDP is a bum like me. Very ironic coming from somebody who doesn't have a face as their profile picture, which is fine. But if you're going to hate on somebody who puts his face on stream, who puts his face on camera, who puts his personality out there, who gives his opinions, meanwhile, you're just some random guy in my comments calling me a bum because I got a pick wrong for a fight. You don't know Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev will never have sex with you, just like DDP sadly will never have sex with me. So it is what it is. Then you got this guy who says, people always told me about brown on brown hate, and I didn't think it was real until now. So this is coming from me simply criticizing Khamzat Chimaev fans. That's all I did in my video. I didn't say anything racist towards them or anything like that. But apparently, if you criticize this fan base, I hate brown people now. According to this guy, then this guy says, is this brown guru Lamau? So calling me MMA guru just because I'm critical of any fighter, really. I mean, it's kind of insane because I don't get comments from, if I do a video on John Jones, do I get black people in my comments saying I'm racist? No. If I do a video on Sean O'Malley or Sean Strickland, do I get comments from white people saying I'm racist? No. If I do a video on Marab, do I get comments from Georgian people saying I'm racist? No. If I do a video on Charles Oliveira, do I get comments from Brazilians? No. You get my point. But there's only one fan base. If you criticize any of their fighters, they act like fools. They act like this. They say I'm a racist. It's absurd. This might be my favorite comment yet. So this guy, of course, commented under my video where I gave my initial reaction to the result of DDP Hamza. I spoke about the fight, broke it down, blah, blah, blah. And so this guy says, lol, the coping excuses start. I mean, before I even read it, it's a fucking paragraph. I mean, do you guys see? He wrote an entire school essay. I said school, now Movsar Evloev is going to get all excited. And anyways, lol, the coping excuses start with, in 10 seconds, your boy DDP is the one who is a roid out weight bully, yet you accuse Hamzat of being an EPO. I made a joke that Khamzat Chimaev might be on EPO. It was a clear joke. These guys don't have any, nuance or any jokes in their blood. They just can't even fathom a joke. He says because that's how badly he beat DDP. Then at 524 say people saying it was an incredibly dominant performance by Khamzat are wrong and just glazing my dude. He broke multiple records based on how dominant it was. He broke the record for control time in round 5. I don't care. He held him down. The record for just holding somebody down. Cool. That's not that impressive, bro. That's really not. That's like okay, let's say, oh, this guy's a 5-time world champion. That means he lost his belt 5 times. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, he broke the record for control time. Yeah, there's a reason that no one else had that record, Because people, I loved how people compared the Khamzat Chimaev performance to Khabib as if Khabib, I just watched a clip literally today of Khabib beating the shit out of Dustin Poirier. That was a Khabib performance. That's how Khabib fought. Not the way Khamzat fought. Oh, the Khamzat performance reminded me of Khabib. Don't ever compare Khabib to Khamzat. And I'm not a Khabib fan. I'm really not. I'm not a big Khabib fan. I prefer Makhachev, but I even prefer Khamzat over Khabib. But brother, Khabib, don't ever compare that DDP performance Khamzat just had to any of Khabib's best performances, please. He broke the record for most strikes with over 550. Whoa, look, 550 pity pat shots. I don't want to read this whole thing. Consider if blah blah blah. Then you play victim and cry about the hate you'll get from Khamzat fans while making weird comments about them being from Pakistan. There are plenty of Khamzat fans from Pakistan, from Abu Dhabi, from Saudi Arabia, from Chechnya, from Russia, from Dagestan. So that's an objective fact. That's not me being racist, or that's not a weird comment, you fucking dumbass. That's just the truth. There are plenty of fans from around the world that are fans of Dagestani fighters. I don't understand. It's only like that as well with those types of fighters. I doubt Ansho Jabli has fucking a bunch of non-Indian fans. A lot of his fans are probably Indian. A lot of Khamzat fans are from these other regions. That's just the truth. It's not even like a weird comment or racist or this or that. It's the objective truth, you fucking dumbass. Why the fuck does it matter where they're from? Your anti-Muslim bias is showing. I'm anti-Muslim. Yeah, sure. I'm anti-Muslim, but I glaze Islam Makhachev. Hamza Chimaev is one of my favorite fighters. Not as much after that last performance, but he is. But I'm allowed to also be critical of one of my favorite fighters. But you guys obviously can't be. You guys, you have to have your favorite fighter's cock so down your throat that it touches your fucking rib cage. That's how you guys think about being a fan of a fighter. It's either I love it or I hate it. How about just, yeah, it was a boring performance and it was a boring fight. I still like Hamza. Boring fight, though. No, I'm just anti-Muslim, though, according to you. Sorry. But, sorry, I don't like boring performances. DDP lost everyone. Stop coping. That's just a nothing comment. But, or how about this comment where he says, you talked about Hamza has fans in the Middle East and you tried justifying by saying that the Middle East has no champions. That's why they root for Hamza. But in actuality, we root for him because the religious bond is much stronger than any geographical bond. You sound like a fucking maggot that starts with the F word. You sound like a loser, bro. You sound like a fucking retard. I'm sorry. It's the truth. You guys don't have any fighters. It's not racist. It's not this. It's not weird. It's not. You guys don't. Sorry. It's not a big deal, but it's the truth. Oh, but you know our but you know it's because our religious bond is much stronger than any geographical bond. Cool. I really honestly I don't care if that's how you want to view the sport. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. So do I glaze every fighter that also believes in Christ? No. John Jones is he's a massive Christian. I hate John Jones, bruh. So I mean if that's your religion and that's how, cool. But that's not how I live my life. Oh yeah, well, you know, this guy, you know, look, he may have done things to some children, and, you know, he may be a bit of a creep, and, you know, he may have married his cousin like Khabib has literally married it. Khabib is legitimately married to his cousin. That is an objective fact. You can Google it. It's on the screen right now. Khabib is married to his cousin. Khabib has also said some weird stuff about, there was this lady that got freaking beheaded in a terrorist attack, and, you know, the head of France, the prime minister, I believe, of France, basically denounced it and called it a terrorist attack. And Khabib, you know, he called this guy a freaking anti-Muslim, whatever. He's doing the same thing as his fans. So maybe it's a pattern. I'm not sure. But I'm just saying. So I don't glaze fighters because I have a religious bond with them. Sorry. Again, John Jones is a Christian. I don't give a fuck. I'm a Christian too. I don't give a shit about John Jones. Now, before we wrap this up and get to my conclusion, I may or may not have recorded a diss track towards Dagestani MMA fans. Oh my gosh, no way. BXG is in the booth. Listen to this. Check it out. Let's go.
Brother.
These fucking Dagestanis are on my cock. It's caused me a great deal of pain. Who am I, king? I don't give a fuck, but Dagestanis everywhere I go. Get out my comments, go fuck on a goat. Let me cook on this beat like Shamil in a pool. I'ma fucking float. All that brother talk is done, yeah. Your brother is your son, yeah. Your cousin is your wife, and your mother is a bum, yeah. I'm done, yeah. This ain't a roast, yeah. This a toast, yeah. In a scope. Dagestani fans on my fucking cock. Get out my comments before I slap you with a rock. Go make some fucking. Go make some fucking. Go make some fucking Hamzat TikToks. Peace.
So yeah, I think I should be signed by maybe Drake or something, or Kanye West. Well, Kanye West, I don't know. He's been kind of acting a little bit anti-Ariel Hawani-ly. But nonetheless, I don't know what you guys thought about that. But let's wrap this up here. These Dagestani MMA fans, I just find, and again, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you are a Dagestani MMA fan and you're a normal guy, or you maybe are a fan of the Islam Makhachevs or the Hamzat Chimaevs, that's okay. But these Dagestani MMA fans that will simply call you Islamophobic or simply call you anti-Muslim, anti-Dagestani, just because maybe you're not super fond of that grappling heavy style, that's ridiculous to me. They'll tell you go watch kickboxing because it's mixed martial arts. Well, how about you go watch wrestling? Because no one wants to see a 25-minute wrestling fight. Just like you guys clearly don't like striking, a lot of us don't like full-blown wrestling. Now, is there different styles of wrestling that are more fun? Yes. Watch Gamrot Sarukian. Great grappling exchanges. Or even Oliveira Sarukian had good grappling. Maybe Armin Sarukian is the solution here. He's not a fucking... Right? But he's close enough, but he's not fully a Dagestani. But maybe that's the solution. But these Dagestani MMA fans cannot fathom in their fucking thick skulls, hey, we maybe don't want to spend $80 on a pay-per-view, or some of us don't, and watch these freaking... I mean, DDP versus Hamza Chimaev was one of the most hyped up fights in the last 5 to 10 years. Just for it to be that? A stinker where Hamza goes for no finish? I'm sorry. It was a dominant performance. It was ass. Two things can be true, but they can't even accept that. It has to be some grander scheme or grander conspiracy where you're just anti-Muslim or you're anti-Dagestani or you're Islamophobic. That's just simply not the case. Because guess what? If Ilia Topuria fought the same way, would I be anti-Georgian or anti-Spaniard or anti-Spanish for saying, yo, Ilia Topuria, man, he kind of fucking sucks? No. Nobody, Spanish fans wouldn't do that to us. But it's only the Dagestani fans that keep doing this bullshit. Stop it. Enough. You guys root for fighters like Ankalaev so much, just for Ankalaev to go out there and have a stinker with Alex Pereira. Now he's nowhere to be found. He's the most boring champion in the sport. No one hears from Ankalaev. He doesn't do interviews. He doesn't show up at events. He doesn't build hype. He doesn't generate hype. He does nothing. He's a nothing, just a nothing. He's just a nothing. He's a turd in the wind. Yet you guys rooted so hard for guys like Ankalaev. How about you root for good fighters? Why don't you put the fact that he's Muslim aside? I like the comment we read earlier. Oh, but we have a religious bond. That's dumb as shit. I'm sorry. But that's dumb as fucking shit. If you simply like a person just because they're also the same religion as you, you're a fucking dumbass. I'm sorry. Again, I'm a Christian. Do I glaze John Jones because he's also a fellow Christian? No, he's a deplorable human being. Sean Strickland, I'm pretty sure, is a Christian or believes in God. He's a dumbass too. There's plenty of dumbasses that are also Christians. I don't give a fuck. Like, what is this notion that but brother, we have a religious bond? How about you enjoy good fighters? How about you take the fact that he's Muslim out of your head, or the fact that he has a chin beard and no mustache just like you out of your head? You're from fucking Pakistan. He's from fucking Dagestan or Chechnya. You guys have nothing in common other than, oh, but we pray to the same guy. Like, it's stupid as fuck. In conclusion, I would like for this to probably be my last video on Dagestani MMA fans, but let's be honest, that's never going to happen because they're never going to go away, because their fighters are never going to go away. And I don't want Dagestani fighters to go away. I like Makhachev. I'm a big fan of Islam Makhachev. But they act as if it's like a crime if maybe I do root for a Dustin Poirier over Makhachev, or maybe sometimes I do find Makhachev a little bit boring. It's not a crime against humanity, so pipe down. So I think that's it. You know, that whole rant aside, these Dagestani MMA fans, you guys need to chill out. You guys honestly need to just stop it. Stop throwing these accusations at people. You're throwing stones. You're throwing darts, trying to land something, trying to hit the bullseye, but you're missing the target every single time. I'm not Islamophobic. I don't have to prove that to you guys, but I know in my heart I'm not Islamophobic. I'm not anti any religion. I'm just myself. I'm just here. I'm just speaking my mind. Again, I don't get comments from black MMA fans or white MMA fans when I criticize one of their fighters. So why do you guys do this shit? I don't know. Maybe you guys are just gay for your favorite fighters, or maybe it's like what this guy said, the religious bond. That's cringe as fuck. Religious bond or not, stop glazing your favorite fighters just because they have the same stupid beard as you. That's all I got for you guys today. Like and sub, comment, share. Shout out to the normal Dagestani MMA fans on the planet. Peace.